Welcome back to another school year here in North Andover. I've been excited to welcome back students and staff and parents this fall, and we had a great opening of school here in North Andover. Additionally, as many of you may know, we have had some changes in some leadership positions. So here at Central Office, Greg Galandry, the longtime principal of the Atkinson School, is now heading up Human Resources. Marcy Bacuzzi is our Executive Director of Special Education, and she comes to us from Wakefield Public Schools, and she replaces the former position of Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Donna Straight. Erin O'Loughlin, a longtime assistant principal between the Franklin and the Sargent School, is filling in this year at the Atkinson School as the principal. And as a result of her taking the role at Atkinson, Ellen Peters is filling in for her at the Franklin and the Sargent. I'm also very thrilled to welcome Dr. Tiffany Goddard. She is the new principal of the Ann Bradstreet Early Childhood Center, and we are just thrilled to have them all. Some of you may know that this is our 10-year mark for reaccreditation from the New England Association of Schools and Colleges, and the visiting team from NEASC started this past Sunday, October 6th, and they'll be here through Wednesday. They spend all day and evening at the school examining through a lens of their standards how we fare and how we're doing living up to those standards and our mission as a school. On Wednesday, they'll have very preliminary commendations and some recommendations, and they spend 3 to 4 months writing a report that will serve as a blueprint for us here in North Andover of how we make North Andover High School an even better place. I'd like to thank Principal Jackson and his entire staff, including the steering committee of Amy O'Terry, Ms. Caitlin Flanagan, and Diane Fryemuth for their work as chairs, along with the administrators Scott Young, Steve Nugent, and Brooke Randall, and the entire staff. They've spent over a year and a half preparing, writing a comprehensive self-study, and we look forward to what the New England Association of Schools and Colleges has to say. A couple of really important notes of interest. We have an awesome literacy night, parent night, and math parent night coming up. We have a K through 5 math night, and that will be, I shouldn't say it's a night. It's actually going to be October 28th. It's here at Central Office, and we have 2 sessions, 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. So we want to have it so folks can make it before or after work or what works for you. And we also have a reading night, a literacy night or morning, and that will be November 5th. And that will also be at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. They'll be talking about our different curriculum, how to raise a reader, Eureka Math, etc. And you can register for those online at northandoverpublicschools.com. There are some really other exciting things going on here in the North Andover Public Schools. Right now, through our partnership with Stevens Memorial Library, who, by the way, has been a terrific partner. They partner with us this past summer to have every Monday for any student any resident of North Andover under the age of 18 to come get a free lunch and also check out books, and it was well attended. But we've partnered with them on a project called North Andover Reads, and that's headed up by Assistant Superintendent Lorene Marks. And the theme this year is honoring veterans and Armistice Day. It starts and kicks off with a focus on a soldier from South Lawrence, Phil O'Connell. And the culminating event will be at North Andover High School, and that will be on 11/19. There's a Irish author, journalist, Don Mullen, who's well known, and he will be at the high school at 7 p.m., and all the public's invited. Prior to that, we have a tremendous history lab at North Andover High that Brian Sheehy, our history department chair, runs, and that will be open for a tour for anyone on the 19th of November between 5:30 and 6:30 at North Andover High School. I'm thrilled to welcome our new town manager, Melissa Murphy Rodriguez. I've already met with her, and we will continue our tradition of working collaboratively with the town, and I'll be meeting with her weekly. And I think she's had a great start here in North Andover. She is out every day with a packed schedule, meeting as many folks as she can. And I'm really impressed, and I think great things that have come between the partnership between town and school, particularly around looking at Facilities Master Plan 2 and some of the work that we continue to strive in terms of reducing class size and also discussing the Massachusetts School Building Authority project on a North Andover Middle School expansion. As you may know, we have some of the largest class size at our North Andover Middle School compared to any district here in North Andover, and looking to expand and have space so that we can tackle that goal at the middle school next is critical, whether we get MSBA funding or we have to look at other mechanisms and options to meet that goal. And just a few other things that I wanted to mention before we wrap up here is that October 30th is probably one of my favorite events here in North Andover. On October 30th, we have a professional teacher status ceremony. So that's for all teachers in North Andover that has successfully completed 3 years of teaching and are now entering their 4th year, earn what is called professional teacher status. And again, partnering with the Stevens Memorial Library, we hold quite a ceremony there. And last but not least, what coincides with that on October 30th that evening is the Teacher Hall of Fame. And what's really neat about that is we have, typically it's been one teacher, this year it's 2, that have been inducted into the North Andover Educators Hall of Fame. And they, if alive, speak at the event. And it's been very inspiring in the last years, particularly for teachers who are new to North Andover in their first few years or new to the profession. This year's inductees were voted on the other night at the school committee, and it is with great honor that I say Tom McGowan has been inducted into the North Andover Educator Hall of Fame, and Kathy Aminsky. So I really look forward to a monthly update here on the superintendent segment of the Journal, and I hope to bring guests in the future to talk about the different programming we have here in North Andover. For other updates, please be sure to visit our website at northandoverpublicschools.com, and you can follow me on Twitter for daily updates on just different happenings at NASUPT, NASUPT. Thanks so much and have a great month.